Greetings, welcome back to PinkOddBird. Today I'm here to share 10 Crafty Questions challenge answers with you as I was tagged by Alisha, who I will link down in the description. And I wanted to see where this challenge started out, so I traveled way back through several videos to find that it originated with Artsy Ashley, so I will link her in the description box down below as well. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. Question number 1 is, what is your name? And I think a lot of you already know that my name is April, but a couple of fun facts are one of my uncles used to call me Apricot when I was younger, and my friend's mom liked to call me April, May, June. The next question on the list is, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, I do have a big answer for this in the About section of my YouTube channel here. You know, the area where nobody reads. So I will give you the short and sweet answer here. I just went and picked out I wanted to pick something that was kind of unique and original to myself and something that nobody else was using. So I sat down, and pink is one of my 3 top favorite colors. And then I chose ODDBIRD because I like to set myself apart and be kind of different sometimes and not just, you know, the same as everyone. So I just put those 2 items together and came up with the name PinkOddBird, and that's how I chose to represent myself here on social media when it comes to paper crafting. The next question is, what is your favorite type of craft? This is a tricky one for me because I don't necessarily have a favorite. I craft based on what I feel like doing. So one of the first things that I was into was DIYs, and that was like general crafts, like this Prince jacket here I found. In like 2001, I had put this together for my sister. I found the jacket and the shirt, and then I just decorated it with some beads and stuff to match Prince's jacket. And then on the back, I drew out the symbol, and then one of my friends and I painstakingly glued each one of these sequins that you see here onto the print symbol to make it purple. Another paper craft that I've done is making flowers out of paper, and I made this one here especially for one of my friends. She used it as her wedding bouquet. And I've even made a few diaper cakes. Nail art for sure is in the top 2 favorite crafts for me, and this is something that I really enjoyed doing, and I've always been trying to teach myself how to write with my right hand, and I can do it a little bit, but when I got into nail art, it was really fun because I was able to paint my left hand with my right hand pretty good by the end of it, so this is a really fun craft for me. If you follow my cake Instagram, then you already know that I like to bake sometimes. And this is just a little side hobby that I like to do for fun, but these are just a couple of my other sweet crafts that I've made. And then, of course, most recently, I have been on the paper crafting journey, and this is the second of my top 2 favorite crafts, and no particular order, 1 or 2. They're just, this and nail art are my top 2. And for sure, this has been one of the most fun ones because I have gotten into such a great community of people, and I've gotten to know so many of you, and responding to your comments and just getting to know some of you and actually learning your names and just seeing everyone else's creativity and the things that we all share in common has been definitely one of my favorite experiences as far as any craft that I've ever done. Number 4, what is your favorite place to shop for craft supplies? Well, this one is pretty easy. For me, it's hands down the thrift stores. I don't know how or why, but I get super lucky at the thrift stores that are local to me, so definitely my favorite place. Number 5, what are your top 5 crafty YouTube channels? I don't think that crafty, I'm going to take some liberties with this. I don't think crafty only refers to crafts like we do, paper crafts, things like that. I think that every YouTube video is a craft of some sort because they're crafted by people just like me and you, showing us a craft or content that they love. So I'm going to share my top 5 YouTube channels that are outside of paper crafting. Cooking with Throws is one of my favorite ASMR cooking channels of all. I also like watching Hida Marie cooking before bed, nice ASMR cooking. The next one is Ingleton Pottery, which is self-explanatory. And the next one I like to watch is ASMR Shoe Restoration, which is so calming. The last one I like watching, he makes knives, and his videos are silent ASMR videos, but hilarious. Number 6 is, what is your favorite color? Well, by the earlier questions in this video, you've already seen my top 3 favorite colors, but if you want to know number 1 of those 3, well, you've been looking at it. Number 7, what are your favorite tools to craft with? Well, I think I've done a top 5 favorite supplies to craft with, so I'll just pick a couple. I think for sure my paper trimmer is absolutely one of my favorite things to craft with. And the second tool that I really enjoy and always reach for is my bone folder. Number 8, where do you get your crafting love from? This is a lot to go through, so in a nutshell, I'll basically say it's something that definitely runs in my family tree. My grandfather and his sons have built houses that are in my family. They lay concrete. I have an uncle who's a carpenter. He can essentially build anything out of wood. My aunt is super crafty. My grandma, I used to go thrift store shopping with her, and she would buy things and flip them and sell them in yard sales. And my mom is definitely one of the others who's super crafty. She loves doing DIY projects, and so being exposed to those kinds of things is definitely something that I've been, around as long as I can ever remember. Number 9, when did you start crafting? Well, I definitely started crafting when I was young. I loved all of the craft projects that we used to do in school. I took art classes in junior high school. So definitely I was young at a young age, and also, like I said, being exposed to all that hands-on creating stuff from my family when I was younger as well. And then as I got older, I started getting into other things like the Prince jacket. I started doing like fanciful makeup, like Halloween makeup and things like that. But I think ultimately I started getting really into art and crafting when I realized that I wasn't good at math. Number 10, what has been your favorite craft project so far? I definitely would say it's probably my Music Vault series. That was one of my favorite things, and I had a great time doing that. I did one book per month for a whole year, and it was all based around a song that motivated the whole project. So definitely my favorite project that I've done to date. All right, friends, we've made it to the end. So I definitely want to thank Artsy Ashley for coming up with this challenge, and for Alisha for tagging me. Now it's my turn to nominate 4 people to do this as well. So I decided that I would pick 4 up-and-coming, super talented channels, and I hope that they will see this and get to do this challenge and share some of themselves with you as well. So let's see. My 4 nominations, their names appear as they do on their YouTube channels. I have Carol Laws, Stephanie Maydeck, The Scottish Crafter, and ABitofBirdsong. So I hope you ladies will see this video and give this challenge a try. And if you are watching this, definitely keep an eye out on their channel if you'd be interested to know more about them as well. And I guess that's going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned, because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.